Okay, so it's Saturday morning here in California, and today's fights, you've got the Stylebender against a Spider. Then we've got KG against Robert Whitaker. Very excited for these fights. I got something in my throat, I can't get rid of it, so I'm going to keep this short. My predictions are as follows. I think it's a changing of the guard. I think Anderson's going to be passing the torch. Frankly, he already passed the torch. If I was Anderson's manager or whoever's in charge of helping him with the fights and deciding his next fights, I certainly would not have told him. I certainly would have advised him not to take that fight. I think it's a bad matchup. Sun's kind of bright. I think that's a bad matchup for him. I think in his prime it'd be great. Anderson certainly can win that fight, but I think Stylebender wins that fight 8 or 9 out of 10 times. I think Stylebender's not only going to win that fight, but I think Stylebender's going to stop him. I think he's going to stop him. I want to say head kick, but you never seen Anderson even close to getting hit with a head kick. But if somebody can, as you know, as far as I'm concerned, but if somebody can, it definitely is Israel. So, anyways, just a bad matchup. You know, even in his prime, they're gonna kickbox. Even in Anderson's prime, in a stand-up battle, I don't think he would have beat Israel. I've been following Israel since the glory days, and he's a bad dude. And just because they brought Alex Pereira to help the Spider, that helps a little bit, but there's only so much you could do in a camp. So anyways, it's exciting fights. I hope I think Israel's gonna finish him. Part of me doesn't want, I actually don't want him to get finished. I actually want the fight to go the distance and have Anderson put a good account of himself, and if he can pull off the win, hey, go for it. But I think that's a bad matchup. Then we've got by the way, it's not quite as a bad matchup. It's not quite as bad of a matchup as Anthony Pettis versus Wonderboy. Wonderboy's going to smoke him. Smoke him. Then we go to KG and Robert Whitaker, right? Kelvin Gastelum, he certainly can pull it off. However, Robert Whitaker is a bad dude. That's like a coin flip, man. That's a coin flip. And everything tells me Robert Whitaker. I think Robert Whitaker is better everywhere. Well, let me take that back. I think Robert Whitaker is better in the stand-up. He hits hard. I think KG hits a little bit harder. Whose boxing is better? It's different. From what I recall, KG's boxing fundamentals are a little bit better. He probably hits a little bit harder, right? Robert Whitaker has better kicks. Probably better movement as well. Wrestling, I don't know. I think KG's wrestling might be a tad bit better. But then again, I don't know that much about. I've never wrestled in, but based on what I see. But nevertheless, I think they're going to stand up. And, I mean, wow, that's such a tough. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and pick the underdog, KG. Even though all odds are stacked against him. And I'll be honest with you. I think Robert Whitaker will win that fight 6 out of 10 times. But I think right now what we're going to see is we're going to see 1 of the 4 out of 10 times tonight. I think we're going to see 1 of the 4 out of 10 times tonight. And we'll see what's up. So, anyways, those are my predictions. I forget who else is fighting on the card. So, I might make another video later on when I find out who else is fighting on the card, if I have an opinion on them. But with that said, I'm on my way actually to the UFC gym right now to just break a sweat, get a little workout in, hit the bag for a little while. And we'll see how the fights play out. So that's going to be exciting, man. All right, that's it.